What's happening with DEI? How's that going at the Defense Department?
Well, DEI is not going well at the Defense Department because it's dead. We will, the president said in his inaugural, we will be merit-based and colorblind. And that is the case at the Defense Department. DEI is going to be ripped out root and branch because we want everyone treated equally with high standards and held accountable with warfighting, lethality, and readiness front and center. We don't have time for emphasizing differences. Jesse, one of the dumbest phrases in military history is our diversity is our strength. Our diversity is not our strength. Our unity and our shared purpose is our strength. And the Pentagon
stepped on the punchline there. Did you hear it?
Our unity and our shared purpose is our strength. And the Pentagon is excited to get back to that core mission. The dumbest phrases in military history is our diversity is our strength. Our diversity is not our strength.
Can you believe that? Our diversity is not our strength. It's a weakness, right? See, and the funniest thing that he said, it's without a hint of irony. He goes on about how we're going to be merit-based. It's all going to matter about, your skill set, whether you're qualified, whether you're fit for the job. This is a fucking guy who couldn't show up to his Fox News day job sober. Okay? Who's got numerous sexual assault, credible allegations, of course. He had to settle many of them. Who's cheated on all of his wives, who's abused all of his wives. His mother calls him a serial abuser of women. And on top of it, not just his unfit personality, on top of it, he ran 2 small veterans organizations into the ground. So all of that would be a disqualifier if not for his very not mediocre, underwhelming, unfit white boy affirmative action. And look at this Waters bitch over here, his face of smugness. Look, and one thing that keeps me going too, besides the leopards eating my faces or their faces, Reddit page, is knowing that eventually we're going to wipe those smirks right off their faces. I mean, legally and peacefully. I hope in my lifetime, because this never ends well. The saving grace is that they're incompetent. They are disgusting. People don't like them. And they're only revealing themselves and revealing that they don't know how to run things. That's why, I mean, it's really disgraceful how he gets up there, how that traitor, that tax cheating, draft dodging, convicted felon con man gets up in the White House press room, not even hours after the plane crash, and blames everybody but himself. Just blaming, but not who needs to assign blame at that time anyway? When you're still figuring out what happened, there will be an investigation. No other president would behave like that because he's a maggot. He is a tiny little maggot eating away at the body politic that they're trying to kill. And that's what I mean when maggots think that, government sucks, doesn't it? Just shut off the lights. Government, the 9 most dangerous words or terrifying words. But that's not true. And this is why the Democrats need to grow a spine and bring it to them. Don't call them pro-life. They're not pro-life. They're pro-death. They're pro-women bleeding out in parking lots. They're pro-control, pro-fascism. But it's not, against DEI. Well, that sounds like that could just be anything. They've taken all meaning out of these words. Call it what it is. They're effing racist. They might as well simply say the N-word. When you listen to them in that press conference, I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but that's what I was waiting for them to slip up and just say the N-word. Because what they're saying is it's black people's fault. That's what they're saying. I mean, they're not saying, I'm sure they're saying it's it's women's fault too. And it's the crippled, right? Did they say something like that? It's disabled people. All of the same policies that he had last time, but that was before Project 2025, before these actual Nazis got a hold of his brain worm. Because that's all he has is a brain worm. He doesn't have a brain. I mean, they're all sick people, and he's a puppet. He's Elon Musk's puppet, and Musk wants this done because he needs to rule Earth. That's it. That's it. And I have to ask why? Why do we not stop him? But we will. I really believe that eventually. If and maybe sooner than I thought, really, because I didn't think I'd say I told you so early in the game, only a mere 2 weeks, but people are not going to stand for this, and the whole thing is absolutely repugnant because he has no constitutional authority. First of all, that's the other thing that drives me crazy, and I hope that you're calling your representatives and your senator and your representatives every day like I do. Not every day, maybe every other day, but that's what we're gonna have to do, and tell them enough is enough. Either you gotta fight this or it's over. This is it. This is the army we got. It's the Democratic Party standing in the breach, like it or not. And, I wish it was different, frankly, but this is where, you go to war with the army you got. And I wonder sometimes if they're up to the job, frankly, but it's not about talking Republicans into being something they're not. I mean, let's face it, they're not. This is everything I've been saying for years. They're not fit. I've been saying for years that they have no interest in a functioning democracy. It's all about, they have, at the time, they would give lip service to democracy and say, oh yeah, we all believe in democracy, but they don't. Their actions speak otherwise. And now it's simply right out in the open. Project 2025 and is exactly what they're implementing. And it's the Nazi playbook. So, let's not call it Project 2025. Let's call it what it is. The fascist authoritarian destruction of the system that the founders entrusted to us. And if that doesn't say, I hate America, I don't know what does. Because they hate America. As I've been saying for years, and I've been bringing the receipts. I wish it was wrong. I wish I was wrong. I wish that they, everything that they talk about, that that billionaires, that it made a more perfect union and that everybody was free and wonderful and happy. But no. How? What the fuck do they think they're doing?